if you haven't already seen my mythical shard pull video, there's going to be some spoilers ahead. Hello everybody, I'm Roadblock. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video, and I'm upset. Warning ahead of time for you guys, this is going to be me kind of griping and complaining about something that happened to me in Raid. A lot of you saw it. It happened most recently in my mythical shard pull video. I'll say this again, there will be spoilers for what I pulled in that video, so if you really want to check that out without knowing how well I did or what's coming, I would go check out that video now before watching this one. But I do want to address something, and to be completely clear, this is a problem that is affecting me, not affecting a majority of the Raid community, or at least not that I know of, but it's still a problem that I think shouldn't exist in a game like Raid Shadow Legends. And I really wanted to talk about it today. And before we go like, oh, you're just bad, but you know, yeah, I'm mad about what happened during my pulls with Primal shards, but it's also just a concern that I have for Raid in general. So hear me out. Let me talk about it. Let me vent. Do I think I'm going to have an impact? No, I don't. But it is something that should be talked. So last chance to avoid spoilers. If you didn't see that video, I did pull 3 mythical champions. That sounds like great news, right? That any player would be excited to say they pulled 3 mythical champions. So why am I mad? Why am I upset? Well, if we take a look at my mythical roster, listen up. I just got a new promo link that you can use to follow along with me on my latest free-to-play adventure and get a free Elenaril, as well as 3 more powerful epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get Elenaril right after signing up, as well as Fayne, Uugo, and Tagoar as you progress through Raid. Click on my link right now and let's crush this together. You will notice that I pulled not 1, but 2 duplicates. I want to talk about why I'm frustrated by that. So, first things first, what are my options? What can I do? Well, I could build a second Commodus and I could build a second Mesamel, right? That's one of my options. I'm not going to rank them in any specific order. We're just talking options here. They're mythical champions. That might be pretty good for me to have multiples of those champions to clear different areas of the game. That could be very beneficial to me. I could empower my existing champions, getting more stats, accuracy, HP on my Commodus, more attack on my Mesamel. That's an option as well. That's really my only options, to be quite honest. I test technically, can I book using them? I think they're both already fully booked, but I am curious. I can. Oh my God, don't do that. Don't ever do that. But that's funny that you can book with a copy of Commodus. Why am I so upset? I have options. I can do stuff with this. By the way, the other mythical that I pulled was Aphidus, who I haven't looked at his kit yet. We'll talk about him on another video, I assume. I literally haven't looked at him. This is like the second time I've even opened this page with him. So let's talk about why I'm really bothered. Other games, not gacha games. This is really the only gacha game I've played. I've played other gacha games after Raid for reasons. One is just to check them out and try them, because probably the same thing you did. You know, I watch content just like you guys, and the creators say, oh, this game's great. I check it out, decide if it's for me or not. A lot of them haven't been for me, right? So it's not the only gacha game that I've ever played, but other games that have had systems like this, at least that I know of, have ways to mitigate getting duplicates early on. And I'm mainly referencing, I don't know if I want to say it, because I might be wrong about this. You guys could tell me if I'm wrong. I play Hearthstone sometimes. Back when I used to build decks, I needed very specific legendaries, and sometimes you don't get to craft the ones that you want to pull. So I remember them coming out a long time ago and being like, hey, listen, we have reduced your chances of getting a duplicate. It'll still happen, but it's far less likely to happen. I think that needs to happen with mythical champions. I really do. If I'm being honest with you, I think it should happen with legendaries as well, but we get them at a more frequent pace. But mythicals the pace at which we get mythicals and the amount of money that is needed to be spent in order to get mythicals, it does not compute that I pulled duplicates. And I understand that the stat value of empowering, I understand the benefit of building 2 of them. So many of us would love probably 2 Galathirs, and there's probably a couple of other ones in there that you would love to have duplicates of. I get it. But something that I always talk about in my videos like this is fun. That's not fun, right? Even if I pulled a bad mythical, that is more fun than me getting a duplicate that, I mean, either way you kind of look at it, is a bit of a waste. I'm sure that you could say, well, you could build 2 Commodus teams now for Tag Team Arena. I use 1 mythical in my Tag Team Arena team. And I understand that that's probably why I'm only Silver 4, but I'm sorry, I use 2 mythicals. And that's because I build teams using my faction unity champions. And those are really, really good teams, in my opinion. Better than, at least with the way that my Commodus performs for me, better than a Commodus team right now. Maybe that's because I have bad gear or I suck at the game. I don't know. We could debate that anytime. This is just something I've had really, really good luck with, and I enjoy using these teams. I don't care about being gold 1 anymore. I completed that mission for Ramontu already. So I just want to have fun, and running these teams is freaking fun for me. And that, again, brings me back to is it fun to pull a duplicate mythical when they are so hard to get? They are so rare, and I pull another one of the same kind. I should be going crazy right now that I pulled 3 mythicals on like 120 something shards. Those are incredible odds. I should be jumping for joy. And instead, I'm quite frankly upset about it. And by the way, I wanted to mention this earlier and I kind of trailed off. I've had time to think about this. For you guys, the video came out yesterday of me pulling primals. This is Thursday. You can see Clan B Clan will disappear in 3 hours. That's on Thursday when that happens. I've had time to think about this. And to be real with you guys, I took a little bit of a break from the game, right? Now, that's not entirely why I was ahead on videos recorded. And so that's why it took so long for my Primal video to come out. But while I was waiting, I was like, I don't really want to play this game right now. And you would think that after pulling 3 mythicals, and now I have, okay, cool, I got to get them leveled. I got to get them ascended. We got to get them masteries. Let's go. We got some really great champions. And it's like, I don't have anything really fun to do right now because of the duplicates. Am I saying that there should be no duplicates? I'm sure that for a Kraken, they would rather get a duplicate of something they have than probably pulling, I'm just making an example, probably pulling an Aphidus or the dwarf Frostwolf guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get that. But for me, this isn't fun. I don't have new mythicals to play around with and experiment with and figure out what makes them tick and how they work and how they fit into my roster. And you could make the same argument, well, Roadblock, what if you pulled no mythicals? Well, I'd also be upset. Yeah, that's fair. I would be. So should I really be complaining? I pulled 3. So what if they're duplicate? Okay, I guess. That's a fair point of view to have, but I'm still not having fun. And I wouldn't have had fun if I pulled 0 mythicals, and I wouldn't have had fun if I pulled 2 duplicates. So at the end of the day, I'm just not having fun, and I really, really wish that they put some kind of system in place to reduce the chances of you getting a duplicate. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not even saying to say no duplicates until you have them all. No, because that's also like less fun. I would like to see them put in a system where you still might get a duplicate, and that's just bad RNG. But to get 2 of them, I certainly don't like them. I get it. I'm whining, I'm complaining, how dare I? But I don't know, I wanted to voice it. I want your thoughts. Let me know in the comments. Do you think that should be a thing? I mean, how would you feel if you were in my position and you pulled duplicates? By the way, to answer a couple comments and stuff, I do think I'm going to empower them both, mostly because I don't use duplicates. Like, I don't use them except in live arena, and in live arena, having a duplicate doesn't do anything for me. So realistically, having a second Commodus doesn't matter that much. Even for Siege, when I try to place my Siege teams, I'm looking for areas that I can place my Unity team to limit the opposing team from using their best champions, or, you know, or their mythicals and such. So yeah, I just don't know that I would use another Commodus, and quite frankly, while he is extremely good, also, if you know you're going up against him, he's counterable. I mean, that's the reality. So that's where I stand. Like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for attending my TED Talk and letting me vent. Sometimes we gotta let it out. So, all right, I'll wrap that up. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. I promise I'm not always this negative and whiny. Probably most of the time, but not always. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.